Chapter 23. As soon as they got back to the beach house a few hours later, Adam went straight to the vent. Mom eventually got him to take a bath to get the sand and salt water off, but the vent was his after that. He was unable to enjoy it, though. His thoughts nagged at him. Why was he so happy to see Dad? He saw him every day. Now, for some reason, he felt an unbearable joy being around him. And what was the deal with the Batman comment? The only Batman he was familiar with was Adam West. He'd just been introduced to that show recently. Not to mention his heart was still racing. He felt anxious for no apparent reason, like he was supposed to be doing something, but he couldn't remember what. His cousins, all four of them, were playing with Candace's toy cash register that she'd brought with her from Maryland, much to her parents' trepidation. It had too many small parts, fake cash and change, that could easily be lost. Adam had thought it cool and was about to get up and play with it, but then he heard voices coming from the vent. He briefly thought of Pennywise the dancing clown from Stephen King's It. He'd read the book and even seen the miniseries. Wait, what miniseries? No, that doesn't come out until next year, 1990. What was happening to him? Why was he remembering things that hadn't happened yet? He felt a headache coming on. He laid his left cheek against the vent and watched his cousins play. Candace was reading a piece of paper and didn't appear to like what she saw. The cold air was beginning to burn his ear and cheek, but Adam didn't care. He tried to make sense of the voices through the hum of the air. He barely heard two voices over Billy Ocean's Caribbean Queen. One was definitely his father's. "You have some nerve giving me that nasty shit." "My guy is usually reliable," Uncle Billy said. Adam recognized that exaggerated drawl. "Besides, you still snorted it happily up that giant snaz. Quit being such a tight ass. It's annoying." Candace was staring at Adam, but he barely paid attention. What did Dad snort? Cocaine? What's cocaine? Adam was suddenly struck by a pillow to the back of the head. He spun around and saw Candace standing there with the paper clutched in her right hand. "I'm telling," she roared at him, then raced out of the room. Panic overcame him, though he didn't know why. A few seconds later, Dad and Aunt Maybelline came into the bedroom. "Did you write this?" Dad asked loudly, flashing the note, which read, "Candace is a whore," but whore was spelled H-O-R-E. "I didn't write it," Adam said, confused. "Candace says you did," Aunt Maybelline added, clutching her pearls. "I swear I didn't." Deep down, he felt he had. Why did he feel that way? Mom, who appeared behind Dad, looked at the note in his hand and said, "He didn't even spell it right." Adam could barely hear something in the background. It sounded like someone crying. Maybe someone was watching a sad movie downstairs, where a character cried their eyes out. His dad had given him a good talking to after everyone went downstairs. "Do you know why I'm upset with you?" Dad asked. Adam nodded. "Where did you learn this word?" "I don't know," Adam replied, and he really didn't. He just knew it. "It's a very bad word, and I don't ever want to hear you say it or write it down. Do you understand me?" "Yes." "Yes, what?" Adam knew what that meant. "Yes, sir." "Good boy." Dad patted him on the back. "Go play, and don't ever say anything bad about your cousins again." "Yes, sir." Something nagged at Adam. When did he write that hateful note to Candace? The others hadn't started playing with the register until after he'd gone to his vent, and he never got up from it. He'd been about to get up when he heard the voices of his father and Uncle Billy. For a brief moment, he questioned why he had memories of stuff that hadn't happened yet. He pondered this troubling thought as he joined Uncle Billy on the couch. He was watching a Milli Vanilli music video, "Girl, You Know It's True." Adam knew his uncle loved this group. He'd even bought Adam a Milli Vanilli shirt. "Greatest group ever," Uncle Billy said as he took a sip of his whiskey and Coke. "I'm going to their concert next month. Want to go with me, little man?" "No thanks. They're lip-syncing anyway." It suddenly got really quiet in the living room. The TV volume was still on, but the atmosphere changed dramatically. Adam looked at his uncle, who stared open-mouthed back at him. "What makes you say that?" He muted the TV now. "You don't think guys who look like that can sing that well?" Adam shook his head. "I just have a feeling." He didn't know where the thought had come from. Add it to the list of other strange thoughts he'd had today. "I haven't heard anything about them lip-syncing," Uncle Billy went on. "I guess it hasn't happened yet." Adam reached for his pocket, and then stopped. What had he been reaching for? "What do you mean, it hasn't happened yet? Are you some kind of time traveler?" Uncle Billy laughed, but Adam didn't. He couldn't. It all came back to him at once just then. Uncle Billy unmuted the TV and went back to watching the music video. "Miller," Adam said breathlessly as he tried to remember the rest. "Miller, I want to come back."